Hi everyone, I am Mohammad Imran, and today we are going to talk about artificial intelligence and try to use it for finding bugs in software. We will start with understanding artificial intelligence and trying to see what large language models are. We will also try to understand a little bit about performance bugs and then try to use those language models for detecting performance bugs. Well, you may have already seen artificial intelligence in fiction, especially in movies. Some of them that I like Terminator, Space Odyssey, iRobot, and Wall-E. What's common in all these movies is that they're trying to depict a robot which is trying to act like human, trying to solve the problems and assist humans in their daily lives. But if we try to define artificial intelligence formally, we can see that it's a branch of computer science, which is actually purposed to build the machines which are capable of thinking like humans, solving the problems and making the decisions which humans would usually do in their complex life situations. Many fantasies already we see them in real life, from fantasies to reality, like self-driving cars, acrobatic robots, and voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Now. Now, AI is actually a very big field, and large language models is just one part of it. For example, if you have used GitHub Copilot and ChatGPT, that means you have already seen large language models in action because they are just chatbots or the associated tools with the language model. If you see from 2018 to 2024, there has been a huge increase not only in the number of language models, but also the capability and size of language models. So what they are actually capable of? They're capable of processing text, they're capable of generating text, understanding text, and whatnot. So if we look at our code, because this is our eventual goal today, the source code itself is a text, is just a text. That means that we can use those language models to generate the source code, to understand the source code, and even find bugs in that source code. But let's first understand what is a performance bug. So performance bug is a phenomena. It's actually a software error which is occurred in the software and it causes the software to degrade in its performance, in its response time, in the user experience. Overall, the application will start performing poorly. And as a result, of course, the user is unhappy, and unhappy user and slow software is not good. So what we need to do is detect the bugs and fix them in time. So let's see how we can use the source code, the text processing capabilities of a language model to find the bugs in this source code. So we prepare a prompt, which is a general input format for any language model or ChatGPT, for example, that you would use. We pass it to the language model, and in this prompt, we instruct the language model to result as a performance bug, yes or no. So this is what performance, you can say the presence of performance bug will be indicated with. So if you see it as a hello world or a small example, we can see that this is a simple Java code snippet, which is using this list.size in the nested loop. Let me tell you that this is not a very good practice, and this can end up consuming a lot of resources for the system. So we ask the language model in the form of a prompt. We give the code, we instruct how it should output, and then we pass it to ChatGPT 5. And as a result, ChatGPT 5 not only detects there is a performance bug, it also tells why this is a performance bug and also tells how you can fix it. But for now, let's focus on if there is a performance bug or not, because with the help of this small toy example, I can scale it up to a large research pipeline. So I can conduct a huge empirical study, let's say on almost 17,000 Java files, process them, create some prompts, and pass it to language models. It can be ChatGPT 5, it can be any other model which you have already seen in the figure that I showed you before. And as a result, you will see the predictions, or you can see the detection capability of the language model for detecting performance bugs or not. So in this way, the language models are a good tool to identify or detect performance bugs in software. Thank you.